Yes, there's a dead boat over there. Come on in, sweetie. Yeah, Jim was saying don't go over there because there's just the mast sticking out.
That was a nice boat.
It looked like a nice cruising
Whatever
boat.
it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't go too close.
Nope.
What you see has lots more underwater. That's really a shame. We kayaked over the solar panels that were hanging off the back of it.
Yeah, and a big arch.
Yeah. In-water boat storage, we usually call it.
Yeah.
So that's the park, then the bridge, and we're going this way.
Yeah. And yesterday when
My hands are all gooey, I'll get it back to you.
Yesterday I went snorkeling at the snorkel trail on the other side of the south side of Blue Heron Bridge, and that was pretty cool. A lot of neat fish, and saw a lot of fighting conch, and one of those giant red starfish. All right, I better concentrate.
The cat's getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Discovery. Wow, nice real boat.
Yeah, that is pretty. So we're coming up on the Parker Bridge. It's a 25-foot span, so we can get under, but of course these nice pretty sailboats cannot. So we're slowing down, minimize our wake. I just swapped the helm for Jim. He's at the helm now. And aft of us you can see this huge motor yacht. He's staying well away from the bridge until it's time, which is I think in another 2 minutes or so. So we'll sneak under the bridge before the opening. One of the nice things about this particular boat that we have now is that we can get on under a lot of these bridges. You can see this guy is just fixing his antennas back in place, and he had taken his outriggers down to make it under the bridge without the opening.
They'll scold you.
Yeah, well, if they have to do an emergency opening of the bridge, I can understand that. Oh, I thought that's what they said on that one sign. Dock and dine.
Oh.
It looks like a fun. Oh, this is one of the safe harbor
Yes.
marinas.
Well, it's a neat little marina. We can get a view in.
I wonder if Guinness stayed the night there.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Something about 350 is probably the oil. Yeah, take a look inside.
Wow. Look at the big boats in there, and that goes way in. That's nicely protected, that's for sure.
You can see it on the chart.
Yeah.
Huh. Dock and dine. All right, keep that. Let's put that in the log.
Roger.
We're always trying to keep an eye out for places to stay, emergency anchorages, anything like that. And then, so you can look in your log, and we write on the chart too, which is very nice. Because you're always looking at the paper chart.
Just making a note here. Like here, Pickle Rick.
20.
Yeah, the boards say 21.
21, yeah.
Yeah, we always check the boards.
Sometimes they're even right.
Well, and then you have, that's at the very far
That's the lowest point of the bridge.
Of the bridge. The bridge arcs. And so in the middle you add, they usually say about 3 feet.
This one's about 2.
2? Okay,
Yeah.
depending on the arch. Big turn here just before getting into Jupiter Inlet. Remember the first time coming through trying to figure out the bridge here, only to realize we don't have to go through this particular bridge. up ahead, they're building a new lift bridge here. Oh, and they
It's like
they got it.
The la creme of lift bridges.
Wow, with its
They've been working on that for years.
yeah. Well, that's quite the edifice. And it's at least 35 feet, which is very nice for us.
I guess it's operable.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got a long way around.
Yeah, someone was saying they were rerouted around sometime earlier this spring, probably when they're fitting the last span. I think I'll give this to you for a minute while I get through here.
Yeah, get a nice wide turn.
Yeah.
It's like that barge is actually sticking out into the
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's right.
Yeah.
Right one to go through, but I can almost go through that.
Yeah, don't go through that one.
That's not.
This one's got, wow, cement fenders, don't hit that.
No.
On the side, you can see the,
Yeah, I know what you're
usually they
saying.
put wood or
Right.
sometimes plastic.
Something sacrificial.
Yeah.
So one of the workers had us go through the non-opening span. I guess they're doing enough work. They wanted us out of the way. And there was plenty of water, thankfully. Nice new bridge. I think the other one was very low span. Large marinas off to our starboard. And the Atlantic Ocean dead ahead.
Everybody's sitting here fishing.
Yeah.
I've got to go around that red up there.
Oh, yes.
Take a hard port.
Yes. All the markers, not necessarily what it says on the chart, because they move the markers more often than they change the charts.
Always believe the markers.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's out.
Yeah, he's checking his phone. There's the pretty lighthouse here.
Assuming this guy's coming around down here.
Probably.
So it's kind of, can you see that outside?
Yeah.
It's kind of lumpy.
A little lumpy, yeah. I guess it's steady 14 this afternoon, some dust to 20. Oh, he's stopping to fish, it looks like. He's joining the fishing crew.
And this guy's
Just
has
sitting
live
there.
bait on his boat.
That's quite the dredging operation. Look at that pile of sand they dredged up.
The last time we were through here, all the sand was falling back into the,
Yeah,
like over here.
yes. And people were actually anchored for a day trip.
Yeah, they had their chairs. They were having a good
Right.
old time.
Yeah. All right, we'll scoot under this bridge.
Under 6 knots. It's quite on current here.
Yeah. Oh, and this is where we stayed last year, or last fall.
Right.
The Jib Club. It had very nice docks.
We were thinking we'd run all the way through. I guess we came from
Indian Town.
Indiantown all the way to here,
Yeah.
which is a long day.
Well, it was also very hot, and I think we were kind of wilting at that point.
Right, and
It was
there's-
only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh,
We
was
would have
it?
kept going, but I
Well,
think we were hot and tired.
It would have been late by the time we got to Peanut Island.
Yeah. Plus, we had been
Lady has
working.
reflective boobs over there. Look at that.
Yeah, we had been working on the boat for days in the hot sun, so I think we were tired to begin with. There's some beach goers on a nice little shingle beach there.
That's the life.
Yeah.
vacation.
I'll show you the gym club. So they had a side dock up further in that was quite nice to tie up to. And
I think it's that one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, people are on it.
yeah,
Very unforgiving though.
yeah.
Make sure your fenders are out. This says 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 at
and a
the
bit.
sides and a couple of feet at the center.
Paddle boarders.
James, be nice.
Well, they're going right in front of me.
Oh, it looks like some kind of entrance into the mangroves.
Yeah, there's a little mangrove for you tunneling.
Yeah. Yeah, quite the mangroves. Those are tall mangroves. That other type, I guess, like we saw in Little Shark River.
Red, green, and black, I think.
Yes, that was the different types of mangroves. So we just came through Hobie Sound. We noticed quite a few nice anchorages off on the west side, but we're headed towards Peck Lake. Oh, that's a nice inlet there. Little tiny boat anchored in there. Some houses. Yeah, cool. This area is not as built up as a lot of the Intracoastal is, and it's lovely parkland on both sides. We were following this sailboat. They came through the Hobie Sound Bridge first and had to get an opening. We didn't, but they've been ahead of us. It's a very pretty two-masted sailboat. This is Peck Lake. The anchorage we are in, you can see Blue Moon is right out there. A lovely spot. The Intracoastal Waterway runs on the west coast. I'm standing on the east coast of Peck Lake. And there's a nice walkway through to the ocean side here. And that's our pretty little boat, Blue Moon. He's very cute. You can hear the ocean waves on the other side. Just over those trees. Here on the Atlantic side, Peck Lake is just over this ridge here.
This is a barrier island.
Right.
There's no way to get here other than you have to come here by boat.
Right. And they have some boats from the park. And so you got some people swimming and hanging out. And got some pretty good wind and waves today, so I'm glad we're not out in the middle of the ocean.
Look at that color.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? I love that.
There's somebody up there.
Oh no.
Our feng shui or something.
Whatever.
One of those things.
But yeah.
He better have brought dinner.
Fish. Just left Peck Lake anchorage, heading north. All this is a wildlife refuge. Very pretty.
As far as it gets.
Did some kayaking around here the other day. That's the estuary I was kayaking in. Very pretty. Lots of bird life, fish. Too shallow to actually get a big boat in, but perfect for a kayak. So I want to go back at high tide, I think, next year. Got a little. Not too. It's not that.
You know, this one maybe not, but the next one, this is all big park.
Right.
And this is the little one. The big one's up there. That'd be a couple miles. That's a real trip.
Right.
But that you could go in and mill around until you run out of water.
we're getting closer to Stuart. We've got some houses on the west side of the Intercoastal Waterway. And up ahead you can see some boats going by across the waterway heading out to Stuart Inlet. Quite a current against us right now. Tide coming in. The smaller green and white off to port is the entrance into Stuart proper. We'll take that way so we can head up to Indiantown.
Okay. This can be confusing and whatever, because there's a lot of water running through here, and I think it shoals up, and the markers here may not correspond to what's on the chart. And what do you do when that happens?
Follow the markers.
You always follow the markers.
Because they'll move the markers well before they update the charts.
Can't remember that bridge going out to the barrier island.
Yeah.
This is all park over here on the right, starboard.
Right. It's quite a nice wildlife refuge. Sailboat coming in.
Yeah.
From sea. So that bridge up ahead is the Ernest Lloyd's fixed bridge, 65-foot clearance.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
We could do that a couple times over.
Yeah.
And there are other places to play around, mangrove islands and whatnot.
Yeah, off to the right.
There are other YouTube channels where people are like stationed here, out of here, and they go into it in great detail. It's a standard mangrove stuff.
Someone coming up on starboard on plate, way fast. Hold on. Gonna get away.
Get those fish.
Yeah.
Get the fish.
That's not good protocol.
No, it's not. Especially when you're 50 feet away.
Yeah, that was really close.
But the fish, honey.
But the fish. Gotta get that fish. So that's the ocean out that way. Yeah, very busy. So if we were heading north on the Intercoastal, we would go straight across. But since we're heading up the waterway, inland waterway, we're hanging a left. Let that guy, yeah. And there's another guy behind him. Kind of like Grand Central
Well,
Station.
this is Sunday, so people are going to go crazy.
That's true.
This is interesting. Doesn't correspond with the chart at all.
No. See if we can get on the proper side. There you go. Good.
Yeah, number 3 there is over here on this one.
Yeah.
14 feet of water.
Very well. So this is going into the St. Lucie River.
Here, take a look at the chart.
Oh, righty.
This guy, number 3, looks like I'm out of the lane, but that guy, number 3, is actually, no, it's that one over there.
Back there. Or that one up there.
Unless it's off station.
Yeah.
9 feet of water.
Very good. And you gotta really stay on your toes coming into St. Lucie River because it does a quick jog to the right up ahead. Anyone looking for a place to stop for the night where all these boats are coming out of on the left, that's called Manatee Pocket, and there are a lot of nice marinas which are good for an overnight stay.
It's a funky place. It's real tight, looks crowded. We stayed at the yacht club there once.
That was lovely.
And then there's also kind of a mini anchorage.
Yes, and a mooring
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a parade of boats coming out.
Right. Just 8.
Yeah.
So everybody's going crazy. In fact, they're kind of light.
They're kind of
out
light.
there knots.
Ah,
With
so the
tide
current.
coming in.
Yeah. Once we got around that corner.
We were in the other boat when we were bringing Howard, my friend and I were bringing it back from New York City. We're going through the East River, and the boat was doing 7 knots, and the current was 7 knots in Hell's Gate. And so we were doing 14 knots in this little trawler. And I said, whatever you do, don't hit anything attached to land.
Yeah, look at this Yahoo.
Wow.
That's really nasty. Should
Pretty
not
bad.
be making that big
Well,
a
this
wake.
is a channel too. You shouldn't be cranking
No.
through here.
And it's hard to get turned into it because there's no room with all these boats going by. So I gotta hold on to stuff. Can you turn into it?
Hang on. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just clean these windows too.
I know. Alright.
Not as bad as New York City,
No.
where everybody's trying to run you over.
Right.
Every ferry, circle line, water taxi.
Alright, so here's the hard turn to the right to go up the St. Lucie River.
Right, I'm gonna take this guy on this port side.
I wish I knew his name. I'd tell him we're coming around.
Yeah, it'd be really nice. He's from Osprey, Florida. It'd be really nice if we could see the name so you could call him on the radio.
Yeah, tell him we want to pass.
It doesn't even look like he can see through the back.
No,
Wow.
and we got to be careful because he has somebody on his other side. So let's wait till
He's
we're around
taking
the
this
corner.
real wide too.
Yeah, unless he might be going up. He might be going up a
Oh,
bit,
yes,
and he
okay.
doesn't want to get in the way of this motorboat.
All right. Yep.
Okay, that's understandable.
25 feet of water here.
Very well.
It really scours the bottom.
Yeah.
There are also, what's the name of that big yard there that is a repair yard?
There's a Hinkley yard there.
Is it
but
Hinkley?
there- Yeah. All right.
Wow. It's a lot. Now we're doing 9.7.
Yeah,
So the current here is like 4 or 5 knots.
it is.
That's the sandbar right there.
Oh, yes.
Do not
Do
stray
not
from
stray. You can see the breaking waves on it. I like the little houseboat out, hanging out by the island. Nice little spot.
This is fairly well protected. The biggest problem is the weight from all the boats that go streaming through here. What are you doing?
Yeah. We will continue our journey up to Indiantown next week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.